weather. What is weather, right? That's our first vocabulary word. Weather is the conditions of the air outside, right? If we go outside of the building, outside of our home, outside of our school, outside, what are the conditions of the air? We can say, how's the weather? How's the weather? That's one way. How's the weather? How's the weather outside? How's the weather outside? Or how's the weather? We could also say, what is the weather? What is the weather like? What is the weather like? So what is it like? How is it? How's the weather? What is the weather like? You can see there are many different conditions of the air outside. It can be hot, right? It can be windy. This picture shows really strong wind, right? Really strong wind, very windy. This one, what's the weather like? In this picture, we can see snowflakes. It's snowing. So it's snowing. Oh, snowing. And over here, we see raindrops. So here it is raining. Wow. It's a very busy slide, right? Okay, so the conditions of the air outside. How's the weather? What is the weather like? It's hot. It's windy. It's snowing. It's raining. We're talking about different types of weather. Okay, so we can talk about the weather. We can also talk about the seasons because weather changes in each season. What is a season? A season is any of the 4 main periods of the year, especially in countries that are more northern, right? So like in Korea, there are 4 main seasons of the year. Well, think about that. In a year, how many months are in a year? There are 12 months. So if we think about that, there are 4 main periods of the year. We divide 12 by 4, we get 3. So what does that tell us? That means 3 months for each season, right? What are the seasons? Of course, we can see them here. This, of course, is, well, they kind of ordered it a little bit okay here. This starting off with spring, okay? Then what do we have after spring? Of course, we have summer. Then we have fall. Things are turning brown and leaves are falling from the tree. And then we have winter. Everything is covered with snow. So when we take a look at 3 months, 3 months for spring, 3 months for summer, 3 months for fall, 3 months for winter. Each season is 3 months long. 4 main periods of the year divided by 12 divided by 4 is 3 months for each season. About that much. And the weather, we can see the weather changes for each season. Let's talk about that. The first one we talked about was spring, right? Spring is the season between winter and summer. What is the weather like in the spring? Well, in the spring it gets warmer, doesn't it? Because it's after the winter, so it gets warmer. Also in the spring, you'll notice it rains a lot, right? It rains a lot. So the weather in the spring is that it's warmer and it rains a lot. A lot of rain comes down. And spring is between winter and summer. After spring, we have summer, right? Summer is the next season. The warmest season of the year coming after spring. So summer is the warmest season. In fact, I would say not just warm, it's hot. Especially here in Korea, it gets really hot. And also it gets sutgi. You say sutgi, right? Sutgi, that means humid. It's very humid. There's a lot of moisture in the air. So hot and humid. And it also rains quite a bit. It can rain quite a bit in the summer as well. So it's hot and humid, a good time to go swimming with your friends at the beach or in a swimming pool, right? Good time for swimming. So that's the warmest season of the year. After summer, fall. Fall is the season between summer and winter. Very easy, right? It follows summer, it's before winter. What is the weather like in the fall? the weather gets cooler. So it's cooler in the fall, and usually we have clear skies. Clear skies. So not a lot of rain, but we have wind, right? Cooler, it's windy, and because it's windy, we have clear skies because the wind makes the skies very clear. So it's cooler, it's windy, and we have clear skies in the fall. What's after fall? Of course, winter, right? Ooh, winter, it's very cold, right? The coldest season of the year coming after fall. So of course, what is the weather like in the winter? We can see, of course, that it's cold. It's so cold, very cold, really cold in the winter. And of course, it's snowy. A lot of snow comes down in the winter. So it's cold and snowy in the winter. Okay, we talked a little bit about temperature for each season, spring, summer, fall, and winter. At each season, I said, it's warm, it's hot, it's cool, or it's cold. When we talk about those things, we're talking about temperature. Everybody, temperature. So temperature is a measure of how hot or cold something is. It's a measure because, we can say in the spring it's warm. But what do we mean by warm? If I say it's warm, another person may say, no, it's not warm, it's kind of cool. We need to have an exact measurement so everybody knows exactly what we're talking about. And by that, we use temperature. So if I say that it is 50 degrees out, or it looks like, this is 80 degrees. Sorry, it's hard to read that picture. If it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit, if it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit, I understand exactly how warm it is. I understand exactly how hot or cool or warm it is. Now in America, they use Fahrenheit. That's here, the degrees Fahrenheit on this picture. But in Korea and everywhere else in the world, you of course use Celsius. So 80 degrees Fahrenheit looks like about 26 degrees Celsius. It's about the same as 26 degrees Celsius. That's warm, isn't it? If it's 26 degrees Celsius, that's usually summertime. Okay, that's a warm temperature. Okay, so temperature is how hot or cold something is, and it's exact. If I say it's 26 degrees Celsius, you know exactly how hot it is, right? I don't just say it's hot. How hot? 26 degrees Celsius. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. Okay, cloud. A cloud is many drops of water together in the air. So if you're talking about moisture, air rising up into the cool air, way up above the earth, right? Those water droplets will get together. They will condense. They will gather together, and they will form a cloud. And we can see on nice days, we can see nice clouds that look like this. On rainy days, the sky is nothing but clouds. It's all gray and overcast, right? So if there are many clouds, we say it's overcast. Overcast means very cloudy. Very cloudy. And this, of course, is a weather type. It's very cloudy or it's overcast. Probably it will rain. This is not overcast. This is just a few clouds in the sky. It's not cloudy. This is a nice day, right? Not cloudy. But if there are many clouds, we say it's very cloudy or overcast. Okay.
Lesson 14. Weather and Seasons. Weather. The conditions of the air outside. Season. Any of the 4 main periods of the year. Spring. The season between winter and summer. Summer. The warmest season of the year coming after spring. Fall. The season between summer and winter. Winter. The coldest season of the year, coming after fall. Temperature. A measure of how hot or cold something is. Cloud. Many drops of water together in the air.